What's up, guys? It's that time of the year again. I know I skipped it last year. I really wanted to do it, but I mean, I didn't even like restart my channel until like February. But yeah, in previous years, I usually like choose 20 movies that are not only my anticipated movies, but also like the popular movies, and then I'll just like say them out in the order of the release dates. But this time I thought I should change up some stuff and do it properly. So this time I'm gonna choose 20 movies that I personally am excited for as well, and I'll rank them in order from 20 to 1. Some honorary mentions of movies that a lot of people would be interested in is going to be Euphoria Season 3, Zendaya, a famous show with Sydney Sweeney as well. I haven't watched the first 2 seasons. If not, I would have probably mentioned it here because it's a show I want to watch. Then Coyote vs Acme, a really delayed movie. It was cancelled at one point, but it's finally making its release. The Rock's Moana remake, I think no one's really excited for this because we just had Moana 2, which made a lot of money, but it was apparently not as good as the first movie. But The Rock is reprising his role, and he is, I think, co-producing this movie. He's like really taken stuff into his hands, and so far the teaser that we had really looks good, but like I'm not really into it. Angry Birds 3 is gonna have like a lot of famous people like Maitreyi, Mr. Beast, and I really did like the first and second movie. I'm not hyped for the third movie, but I'm open to seeing it, so that's why it didn't make it to the list. The Devil Wears Prada 2, I haven't watched the first movie, but it's another movie that a lot of people would have put in their list, maybe even like top 5 or 10. It's a sequel coming after 20 years, so that's kind of crazy. Then Clayface, a DC movie that just got greenlit because it had a solid script, so that's why it's not in the list, because it's a random project and I already don't know enough about DC, and you're giving me a random project that even DC fans would like to see him in as a character but wouldn't want us, you know, a movie focused on him. Then we have Scary Movie 6, a sequel coming after 13 years, a big IP that is known to make fun of famous horror movies. It's something I want to watch, like all the previous movies, but I haven't watched it yet, so that's why it's not on the list. Iron Lung, Markiplier, he's done a lot of effort to bring the movie to theaters. And last but not least, Hunger Games, Sunrise on the Reaping. The Hunger Games franchise is something I haven't been following as well, but I know a lot of people are fans of it. At 20th place, we have Street Fighter. I have not played Street Fighter. I'm not really into games or into arcade games especially. I didn't grow up with Street Fighter or anything. But I am excited for it based on the cast, because we have some big names there. For the Indians, we know Vidya Jamwal. He's a good actor. And there's also people like Reina Vallandigham. I think we all know she does martial arts in real life as well. There's 50 Cent. I don't know, guys. I don't know. So it's an interesting movie. It's coming out on October 16. I have a list here of the release date. So October 16, quite late into the year. Yeah, hopefully it's good. I mean, so far I feel like they got the looks right, because the character posters just came out with the actors in their outfits. I feel like it's another Minecraft movie situation where people know it's going to be bad and just have like a very popular cast, and I don't know, personally I feel like there is a slight chance it's good, so let's just hope for the best. But moving on to the next movie, I'm surprised this movie was this low in the list. Minions 3. So I am a fan of the Minions. I think growing up as a child watching the Despicable Me movies grew kind of like traumatized me with his like long ass nose. But like I really liked the Minion, the first movie, and then of course Rise of Gru. By the way, I haven't watched Despicable Me 4 yet. Kind of like didn't even know it released. I forgot that it released. Like I was searching like the movies coming out next year, then I saw Minions 3, then I was like, what's like the last Minions movie? Then I was like, wasn't Despicable 4 like supposed to be last year or something? Because I remember talking about it in my top 20 movies of 2024 video, which you can watch here. Now we have Minions 3. It's coming out on the 1st of July. I hope it's as good as the second movie. I recently went to Universal Studios. I did vlog my trip there, but I haven't like released it. I'll release it like next year. I got to, you know, experience the Minion rides, and yeah, that was a fun experience. So yeah, moving on to the next movie. The next movie, I'm surprised it's on this list, but yeah, it is. The GOAT movie. This is about a literal goat who plays basketball. It's an animated movie. It's from Sony, from the same artist who made Spider-Verse and K-pop Demon Hunters. So I'm excited for the animation. It looks really good from the trailer. And the voice of the main character, the actor of Lucas, Caleb from Stranger Things.
Okay, Max. Time to come home.
Yeah, it's a really nice movie from the trailer, so go watch it. Then the next movie in this list is Toy Story 5. I'm not really a big fan of Toy Story, and now we have Toy Story 5. The plot is interesting. It's going to be a battle between toys and iPad. It's really up to date with what's going on right now. I don't even hear any kids like playing in the playgrounds anymore. It's kind of sad. Times have changed, and I feel like this plot is really up to date with our current generation, but like, is it going to be good is the question, because I'm not a fan of Toy Story 4 and 3. And Toy Story 5 is releasing on 19th of June. Moving on would be Jumanji 3. I am a fan of Jumanji. I especially like the first one, if you want to include it in the Jumanji franchise, because I'm the guy who sees the reboot as a reboot. So that's why I call this Jumanji 3. But if you're someone who includes, the original with Kirsten Dunst, you will call this Jumanji 4. But yeah, I'm a fan of the first original movie, and I really like the 2017 one, but I'm not a fan of the next level. And now we are going to get another sequel. I think they started filming quite some time ago, and we even had like a photo of The Rock, Karen Gillan, Kevin Hart, and Jack Black together. Jumanji 3 is releasing on the 11th of December, so a week before two of the greatest releases. I feel like Sony is really like risking it all here.
Something happening to me? Am I shaking? Am I still black?
Yes.
Okay, we're fine. Everything is fine. It's all good.
But okay, the next project here is Project Hail Mary. So it's coming on the 20th of March. It has Ryan Gosling. I'm not sure about like the cast. It's a really interesting plot. The trailer was nice. It kind of reminds me of like Steven Spielberg's Disclosure Day movie coming out next year. Another sci-fi movie. Yeah, so that movie is not in this list, but you could put it as a honorary mention, I guess.
So I met an alien. He's kind of growing on me. At least he's not growing in me, which was a concern for a little while.
So the next project I am excited for is the Lanterns TV show. I think it will be up in like top 10 for a lot of people. It's probably like the main DC project you're interested in next year. The Lantern show is going to be the new DCU. I am really excited for it. Coming out in late summer of next year. I'm not sure about like the episode details or anything. I'm really excited for the new DCU, but it's really been a slow start. DCU has been really like interesting with their choices, because they've been greenlighting every single project that's good rather than greenlighting famous IPs. Like, they still don't have a Wonder Woman project or a Flash project, but they have projects like Clayface. James Gunn is interesting, but I mean, it is working. A lot of people really love it. Excited to see what they do in the show. But you guys know I'm always a Marvel guy, so I don't know much about like DC lore from the comics. I have read like a few comics here and there. So the next movie in this list, people are gonna be so mad. I'm probably rage baiting you at this point. Dune Part 3. Not in top 10, yes, because I haven't watched Dune Part 2 yet. I watched Dune 1. I love it, but there is a lot of stuff in there I don't understand because I haven't read the book. So I'm planning to read the books, then watch Part 1 again, then watch Part 2. So yeah, Dune 3 isn't really up there, but like the cast is insane. They have like a Marvel level cast there. They have Florence Pugh, and like obviously we have Timothy Chalamet, then Jason Momoa, a lot of people. So it's a really big project. It is releasing with Doomsday a week after Jumanji, December 18th. So yeah, we're going to see Florence Pugh in 2 different movies in the same day. Doomsday is real, guys. Doomsday is real. The next project here would be the Punisher special, and this is the only project in the entire list that doesn't have a release date. Excited to see his special, and excited to see him in the Spider-Man Brand New Day movie as well.
Because you ain't done a goddamn thing about it!
Sorry. I apologize.
What are you sorry for?
Okay, so the next project here that some of you might be surprised why I'm saying it is Spider-Noir. I have made a video on Spider-Noir which I haven't released yet. I'm kind of dumb, sorry. We're going to see Nicolas Cage reprise his role as Spider-Man Noir from the Spider-Verse movies. It's going to be a live action project. It's going to be released in color and black and white on the same day. It's kind of sick, and I'm probably going to watch it in black and white because that's how the director wants you to watch it. For me, until Werewolf by Night, like I did not like the fact that Werewolf by Night was going to be black and white, but it worked for me. Like it was so great. And they released the color version a year after, but I haven't watched it yet. For Spider-Man Noir, I'm just going to watch the black and white. Maybe like, a few years down the road where I want to rewatch it, then I'll watch it in color to have a new experience. But it really looks interesting because it's set in the past. It's going to feel so retro. And we just saw how retro futurism works in Fantastic Four. It was great. So to see a retro world, something similar to Stranger Things or Welcome to Derry. So that's going to be great.
I hope they find someone.
Okay, coming to the next movie, Super Mario Galaxy, another game that got adapted into a movie. I am a really big fan of the Super Mario movie. I had Jack Black as the villain, and then you had Princess Peach. I feel like the movie did a really great job. I love the animation. Chris Pratt as Mario was also very nice. Overall, it was a really great movie in my opinion, and I didn't grow up with the Mario games as well, so I don't know the lore similar to Sonic, but I'm still a fan. I'm a fan of both franchises. It's coming out on the 3rd of April. It's crazy, like it just got teased, suddenly they announced it, and then the trailer got leaked, so they released the trailer the next day and the movie's already coming out in April. But with Super Mario Galaxy, we are in the top 10 right now. So going on to number 9, Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man Season 2. So this is a show that is really underrated. A lot of people kind of hated on it because it was initially supposed to be a prequel to Tom Holland's Spider-Man, but it was going to be done in an animated form, and now it's just a separate show similar to, like, you know, Spectacular Spider-Man. A lot of people still root for Spectacular Spider-Man. I know it is the greatest Spider-Man animated show of all time. I think Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man, even though it had animation that a lot of people might hate, I think I'm still mixed on the animation, but it's a great show. The first season, they really had so many characters that we have never seen on live action, which is something the shows do, but it was really great. I posted reviews for the show, you can watch it here. I think that's how I restarted the channel in the first place, so that's how good the show was. Overall, the show, it had a really big impact on me, so I loved it. Guys, go watch it. And season 2 is set to introduce Gwen Stacy. We already have confirmations, so it is set to come out on the fall of next year. And moving on to the next movie, it's not a movie, it's a show. Daredevil Born Again Season 2. Okay, so for Daredevil, it's an interesting thing. I watched the first 2 seasons. I didn't watch season 3. I haven't watched Born Again Season 1, but I know the spoilers, because I'm not usually a guy who minds spoilers. I know that it had a lot of, like, you know, teasers at Spider-Man with Kingpin referencing him.
We know how to take care of ourselves. We don't need a gun-toting vigilante who wears a skull on his chest, or a man who dresses in a spider outfit.
And at the end, he wanted to, like, you know, get a team of people, and he got, like, the most random people instead of, like, you know, the obvious people like Punisher and Spider-Man. So yeah, but one good thing is that he did get Jessica Jones. Punisher would be in the Spider-Man movies. I'm kind of shocked that they had Matt Murdock in No Way Home, but they don't have Daredevil in Brand New Day. Hopefully he makes a cameo. Maybe they're saving him for the movie. So Daredevil Born Again Season 2 is said to be coming out in March. So yeah, that's pretty early. I think first season also came out in March of this year. Okay, the next project is Scream 7. So I am a really ardent fan of Scream. I think it's a cult movie. I love the 5th movie. It was the reboot kind of thing, but I love the 6th movie way more than the 5th movie. The 5th movie still had those legendary characters, and they killed off Dewey. Maybe that's why I don't like it as much as 6. But for 7, Dewey, Matthew Lillard, Skeet Ulrich, a lot of them are going to return. In what shape or form, I'm not sure. We heard Matthew Lillard at the end of the trailer.
Gonna be fun.
But they haven't showed him. This time, because of all those, you know, like they fired Melissa Barrera over her comments on the Israel war, and then Jenna Ortega resigned because they fired Melissa Barrera. But the other two are still supportive of their friends, but they're still in the movie as well. But they're not gonna have as big of a role because Sydney is returning, the frontman of the show. She is coming back. Courtney Cox, her character was kind of like killed in the previous movie, but she's back as well. For Matthew Lillard, I think all these characters who died for sure, and they're coming back, I feel like they are just gonna, you know, they might be an AI thing, because, you know, we've already had stuff with like voice changes in the past, and it was kind of hated on, but now we already see the technology. So with AI and deepfakes already being a thing, I feel like they could very well implement it into the movie. And yeah, so I feel like they could do that and have people pose as Dewey or Matthew Lillard on like calls or something to trick Sydney. And this time it's going to be focused on Sydney's daughter. Ghostface is going to come for her daughter. So yeah, it's a really interesting plot, and I don't know if it can beat Scream 6 or 5 for me, because I enjoyed those movies. Like Scream, the first few movies were thriller, were like, you know, like they were peak, but like 5 and 6 were just so enjoyable. The first 5 movies had a formula. This movie just flipped the formula, and like every single time you think they're going to do something that is like part of the formula, they just switch it up. So I hope 7 does something even newer that we haven't seen yet. So yeah, so Scream 7 is coming out in February 27. The next movie would be The Odyssey. This has an ensemble cast, insane cast: Tom Holland, Zendaya, Anne Hathaway. I'm not saying the main leads: Matt Damon, Mia Goth, John Bernthal. Yeah, John Bernthal and Tom Holland are going to be in 2 movies, and these 2 movies both come out 2 weeks apart. Insane. July is going to be crazy. So yeah, insane cast. Robert Pattinson, I think, is also in the movie. Insane cast. It's so huge. I think the cast is bigger than like the cast of Doomsday as of right now. So it's coming out on July 17. It's by Christopher Nolan, and I mean, if it's a Christopher Nolan movie, it's going to be good. This is going to be about a Greek person called Odysseus, And yeah, Tom Holland is playing the son of Odysseus. Yeah, the Odyssey is going to be interesting. So I'm not into Greek mythology. I'm going to watch it if it's Christopher Nolan and if it has like Tom Holland, Zendaya and all these like other amazing people. So the next movie here is Supergirl. So actually Supergirl was never on my list to watch in theaters next year, but I watched the Superman movie. Like, it made me really excited for the DCU. The ending scene really did interest me. We know Superman will make a cameo. Hopefully we get other cameos, maybe Wonder Woman or Batman, because Superman introduced us to Supergirl, and also because of that we needed to know the actor of Supergirl. So why not introduce us to Wonder Woman or Batman as well, and then we will know the actor for that. But yeah, Jason Momoa is going to be like the first person from the DCU to get carried on forward to the DCU, and he's playing his dream role, Lobo. Supergirl is coming out June 26th.
Okay, this does not look like this is gonna end well for you guys.
And then the next movie, we are in the top 5 already. The next movie, the 4th most anticipated movie for me, Avengers Endgame. Not a joke. It's re-releasing September 25. I'll be there. Funny enough, I have a confession to make. I did not watch Infinity War or Endgame in theaters. I think COVID was like the time where I started watching all the movies and got into Marvel, and this is my chance, and it's gonna be epic. It's gonna be insane because it's coming out exactly like 3 months before Doomsday. I said it on my Instagram. Go follow my Instagram, because sometimes when I can't make videos about stuff, I'll post my thoughts on Instagram. But I said they're probably gonna have a new post-credit scene, because Endgame is one of those rare movies of Marvel that didn't have a post-credit scene, and it's insane because Endgame is, you know, it's the grand finale of the Infinity Saga. It didn't have a post-credit scene. I think the ending had like a metal clanking sound from the first Iron Man movie when he was making his Mark 1. And now we have Doom, who has a metal mask, so they might link it. I'm hoping they put the trailer for Doomsday in it, or maybe our first look at Doctor Doom in it, because I feel like you have to pay to see his face, and what better way to do it. Even though it's a re-release, it's a movie I'm really excited for. I mean, we could just watch it right now, but like, nah, it's still a great movie, and I am really excited for it. That movie is coming September 25.
We're in the end game now.
So the third top 3, the third movie is Michael. Who saw that coming, huh? You didn't see that coming? You probably thought it was going to be a Marvel or DC project. So Michael is Michael Jackson's biopic. It's been 15 years since he has passed away, and I think when this movie was announced is when I started reading a bit about his controversies. I don't even remember them now. And then when the trailer came out, I was like researching on him. I started listening to his songs. Man's a legend. I think he's like up there. Like, he's my favorite artist. Goated dance, goated singing, goated heart, goated person. It was really tragic how he was being treated in his last few years. It's really sad, and this movie is not going to be even like focusing on his second half of the life when he got the controversies. They're going to be showing how he, you know, shot up to success in the first place. And they got Jafar Jackson, his nephew, to play him. Bro looks exactly like Michael Jackson in a lot of the shots. In the teaser, I thought a lot of the scenes were like archive footage, but it ended up being Jafar Jackson dressed like Michael Jackson, posing as Michael Jackson. He's acting, he's singing, his voice.
Q, can you lower the lights for me, please?
Okay, but remember, in here, keep those feet still, my man.
Bro, it feels like Michael Jackson came back alive. So I'm really excited for this movie. I think it's like the first movie coming out next year that I'm insanely hyped for, and it's April 24, quite early. But moving on to number 2, it's kind of obvious now, right? It's like there's 2 options, Spider-Man or Doomsday. I know I'm a really big Spider-Man fan. I would rather watch No Way Home than Endgame or Infinity War if given a choice, even though Infinity War is my most favorite Marvel movie of all time. But I would still choose No Way Home because that's how much I love Spider-Man. But like, when it comes to Brand New Day, come on guys, it's a street level movie with multiverse elements, and Doomsday is literally like part 1 of the epic finale of the multiverse saga. So obviously I have to be more interested in Doomsday, and it's phase 6, it's the multiverse saga, so both these movies are going to be really important. I could say I'm equally hyped, but like, I mean, I love Robert Downey Jr. as well. To see him come back as Doctor Doom, the man who started the MCU, coming back to, like, you know, take it all back. It's really interesting what they're going to do. So yeah, Doomsday is up there, Spider-Man here. So Spider-Man is coming out the 31st of July, and Doomsday got delayed to 18 December. Avengers Doomsday is also said to be a direct sequel to Endgame. That's why they're re-releasing Endgame only, not Infinity War as well. And it has like Chris Evans, Robert Downey Jr., Chris Hemsworth all returning as well. So it's going to be insane. So that will be it for my top 20 anticipated movies of Hollywood for next year. That will be it. Bye.
Death comes for us all.
Learn to be the strength of the old fathers.
I've lost everyone that matters to me.